77 WABC invites you to a family fun day and softball showdown on July 20th with net proceeds benefiting Shriners Children's. John Sterling will call the game as the FDNY takes on the NYPD with special guests Dwight Gooden, Art Shamsky, 77 WABC hosts including Sid Rosenberg, Anthony Cumia, Lionel, Dominic Carter, and many more. For more info and to buy tickets, go to ShrinersChildren'sChampions.org. That's ShrinersChildren'sChampions.org.
Listen, all you New Yorkers. Excuse me, taxi. Okay, man, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
Liz Warren, she pops up in my timeline a lot. I cannot stand her. She's one of these Democrats that, and most of them are this, especially the old ones like Pelosi and Waters, and she just has nothing new. All she can do is preach the same garbage she's been preaching for years. And it failed miserably in November of 24, but for some reason they just can't get off of it. So she'll still talk about they're trying to cut Medicaid, and this is a terrible thing for our constituents. It's like they're not. They're cutting the waste in Medicaid, the redundant jobs in the Medicaid organization, the Veterans Administration. Oh, they're cutting the vets, so the Veterans Administration. No, the 10, 20 people working jobs that one person can do in the administration. They want to make you think that they're pulling food out of veterans, disabled vets' hands in a hospital somewhere. No. But again, they're the ones that have been pocketing this money. They're the ones who benefit from taxpayer dollars going to the Veterans Administration. So they don't want to see that go away. It's been their bread and butter. So Liz Warren, her thing now, all she does constantly is talk crap about Donald Trump and Elon Musk. And even that's an old thing. Like Musk still goes. Musk was in the Middle East with Trump when Trump was hammering out literally billions of dollars, trillions, $2 trillion. He signed deals with Saudi Arabia and Qatar, and it was $2 trillion of deals that he closed with countries in the Middle East. One of which, I like this, they were screaming, of course, about the 747 that Qatar wants to give Donald Trump, which it isn't Trump. You give it to the Air Force. The Air Force are in charge of Air Force One, and that plane is given to the American military. But it's Trump gets this plane, and then it's like, well, he still gets to keep it afterwards. Well, hopefully Boeing, who has been decimated by diversity, equity, and inclusion, so they weren't able to get the 747s for Air Force One out on time. Hopefully they give that up and actually get these jets made. But in the meantime, even though they screwed up that, Trump made a $96 billion deal with Qatar. A $96 billion Boeing order. So Qatar's getting planes, doing business with Boeing, hence America, for $96 billion. And the Democrats are bitching over a $40 million 747 on loan to the Air Force so Donald Trump can use it. But that's what Trump's doing. And they just can't get over it. And like I said, Liz Warren is one of these that just won't stop. No matter what Trump does, no matter what Elon and Doge does, it's terrible.
77 WABC invites you to a family fun day and softball showdown on July 20th with net proceeds benefiting Shriners Children's. John Sterling will call the game as the FDNY takes on the NYPD with special guests Dwight Gooden, Art Shamsky, 77 WABC hosts, including Sid Rosenberg, Anthony Cumia, Lionel, Dominic Carter, and many more. For more info and to buy tickets, go to ShrinersChildren'sChampions.org. That's ShrinersChildren'sChampions.org.
So what Liz was talking about is that she was bitching that Trump was giving Elon sweetheart deals. They love using these phrases that no one knows what it really means. Oh, he gave him a sweetheart deal on Starlink. Well, what does that mean? Give me a dollars and cents assessment of what a sweetheart deal is. There's never numbers. It's just, corruption, sweetheart deal, payback. What did Donald Trump give Elon Musk that helped Starlink? And she just says that. Now, meanwhile, let's look at what Starlink has done. It's unprecedented. I talk about it a lot, and I hope people really do understand the miracle that is Starlink. This isn't a commercial. I'm talking about the technology. If you don't want it, don't buy it. I'm not trying to sell it to anybody. But the technology, this guy had to build a rocket company to build the Starlink company. You don't just all of a sudden go, I want to make a satellite, high-speed satellite internet that's going to be available to the entire globe. What do you got to do? Well, I got to build a rocket company first. All right. Let's see your first test. Oh, they're blowing up. Yeah, eventually. But then you get a guy like Elon with such stick-to-itiveness, if I may be so bold, that it works. He builds a rocket company. He gets the technology together with people that he hires, brilliant people, to build satellites and put them in orbit by the thousands that make it possible for someone in the rainforests of the Amazon to get high-speed internet. I'm fascinated. There are people that have given up their regular lives. They buy sailboats, small ones, 20-something footers, 20, 30 footers, and they sail around the world. And we get to watch every second of them in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. You're seeing a live update from these people. And the only reason that's possible is because of Elon Musk and Starlink and SpaceX. And what does Liz Warren have to say? He's giving them a sweetheart deal. You know what a sweetheart deal is? The fact that Kamala Harris was given millions upon millions, I think it's billions, $2 billion, to supply high-speed internet to rural areas of just the United States, the middle of the country. There's some farms where they could probably link up with some of the satellite systems that are up now, but they're not high speed. And they were given the job, Kamala Harris was given the job to supply high-speed internet to the rural areas of the United States. Given billions of dollars to do this. Not one house in this country was ever wired for high-speed internet under that program that Kamala Harris was in charge of. Not one. And in the interim, Elon Musk launched his rockets and put his satellites up. And now you could literally be in the middle of the Sahara Desert and communicate with friends, family, emergencies if you have them, high-speed internet access. and he's the villain. He's the bad guy that needs to be looked at and investigated. And we need to study where the funds went. If he got government grants to help him put this satellite matrix up in orbit to give the world high-speed internet, now they want to look into it? How about looking into things that billions went to that got no results? I think no matter what the government gave Elon Musk in grants, it is far less than what he gave the world in this technology, especially when you compare it to the likes of Kamala Harris, who was given billions of dollars and didn't supply one single household with high-speed internet. But that's what they do. They lie, they cheat, they steal, and then they condemn people that are actually doing something.
77 WABC invites you to a family fun day and softball showdown on July 20th with net proceeds benefiting Shriners Children's. John Sterling will call the game as the FDNY takes on the NYPD with special guests Dwight Gooden, Art Shamsky, 77 WABC hosts including Sid Rosenberg, Anthony Cumia, Lionel, Dominic Carter, and many more. For more info and to buy tickets, go to ShrinersChildren'sChampions.org. That's ShrinersChildren'sChampions.org.